Good morning, No Man's Sky. It's me, APG, here for a little bit of coffee and glitching. Yeah, it's really early. And I am charging up the action pants. I fell asleep super early, which means I woke up super early, and I walked down the street, got a coffee, and I'm walking back, and I'm like, I'm up really early. What the heck am I gonna do? Well, this was what I decided to do. So pull on those action pants, charge them up a little bit, and let's see if we can function this early. And as always, I hope whatever time of day it is for you as you're watching this, well, I hope it's going good. All right, well, hanging out with the old Pez yesterday. He came up with something really cool, and I'm like, I need to steal that because it really works well in this. So I did my version of it, which is very similar to what he did, but you know, I just decorated differently, but the concept is exactly the same. So this was a Pez idea, which I was like, damn, dude. So, welcome to Coffee and Glitching. Let's get going. All right. GTR, good morning. You're the only one in chat as of yet. So welcome, my friend. Thank you for stopping in this early. I have to start training myself to wake up this early anyway, so it works out. I got my new job coming, starting that on Thursday, and I figured since I'm up this early and I got nothing going on yet, well, I might as well do a little bit of building and seeing if anyone's up across the oceans at this time, who usually might miss me. That maybe make it a little early morning session here. But I need to start getting comfortable with waking up at this hour. For 25 plus years I've been well, that ain't right. Come on, attach to where you're supposed to attach. There you go. But not right there. What are you doing? What are you doing? Alright. That might be the problem. You know, my thumbs are still not used to the new method yet. Come on, you're right there. You're right there. Oh. Okay, why is that so high? It doesn't really matter, I suppose. I could supposedly fix that, but why is that running so high? Why are you running so high? Are you supposed to? Come on. Alright, let's see here. It's a little too quiet going on here. Oh, okay. I guess appropriately quiet. Alright, is that too high? Is that blocking the door? It is. Alright, what is your major malfunction? Right, I forgot I blocked the entrance. Oh. Got all these random holes everywhere I gotta start blocking up. Right. You're right there. There you are. Do 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 do. What are we gonna do here? Let's flip this floor upside down. Coffee and glitches. Morning NMS. Glitchers. Well, glitches and itches with a B sounded better, but I didn't want it to sound like, I mean, it was an endearing way I was thinking of things, but it wouldn't have sounded that way. Dark Hellboy, what is up? Yeah, I crashed out in my chair last night and then woke up this morning at 5:30 a.m., which I have to start getting up this early anyway, for my new job. After 25 years of working nights, it ain't gonna be easy. But I gotta start training myself to get up, be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, or at least awake. Yep. So my new schedule for streaming, not entirely sure yet. But I'm going to have Sunday, Monday, and Tuesdays off, and I want to try and get a daytime stream going. At least one for people who do not live in the same time zone as I do. I thought perhaps I will get a daytime one going. I know Beebs has got his stream today. and I have some stuff to do later today. But I figured while I was here, so in a minute I'm going to show you what cool thing Pez came up with, and then I'll show you my version of it. Excuse me. Alright, this is a little weird. I wish I could get it a little bit better, but you can see here, this is going to pull this forward, or backwards just a hair, right? So now, if I move this and I attach it to that, we've got a little bit of a gap. But, you know, that should get covered up with, you know, whatever part. So it's just a hair off. I mean, it's still, you know, if we still look at it, it's still, we can do it with the flooring there. Well, we can try. There we go. You know, it's still seamed, all right, but, and actually on this side, it's actually seamed even nicer. However, on the other side, you know, there's a slight variant. So keep that in mind. All right. I don't know if this is going to do what I want, but we're going to look anyway. Cuts that window off a little bit. Let's bring that down a hair. Bring that down a full short wall. That should be okay. But we'll find out shortly. Pucker up, buttercup. Oh. Sorry, my brain. Not quite up yet. Almost, but not quite. That should still give us a viewable window, which it does. And at the same time, it should still allow, at least I hope, me to be able to walk through this door. Ha-ha. It works. Woohoo! So we get a little window here. Still get a little bit of light. Still don't cover up the shape of that window. And we can still walk through the door. Well, all right. And it doesn't look horrible. We could change window shape, and I'm actually wondering maybe this window. Pucker up, buttercup. But I think I'm going to stick with that window. But no harm in taking a look and see what else looks like. We may like it better. But we don't. That don't work. That does not work. But what if we go flat window? That also does not work. The shape of the window is not nice for this. Let's try flat window. Again, no. So it looks like we're back to the beginning. That works. All right. Excuse me. I can't believe there's actually a couple of people in here this early. Like, the sun is just rising where I live. Where's my coffee? All right, so I'm going to show you the people who are actually here this morning. Anybody waking up or anybody early over in Europe or wherever, you know, that watches. Probably doesn't even realize that I'd be on. It is 6:10 in the AM here, so that's bloody early. Speaking of that, hold on. We're gonna do something here. I'll be right back. Right back. All right, all right. Something was discovered recently by somebody, and I don't know if I can say anything yet. But it's going to be a game changer on certain things. The things people figure out in this game, man, is freaking amazing. It really, truly is. There's so, and you know, we're what, weeks in at this point? Maybe a month at this point. I don't even know, to be honest with you. I missed a week, which is like missing a month. In No Man's Sky in a building update. So, alright, let's get this going here. Alright, I'm waiting to hear back. I really want to try this, but I don't want to do it without permission. You know. Anyway, let me. While I'm waiting to hear back on this. Dark Cowboy, no, but it's gonna be a game changer on some levels. All right, so hanging out with Pez, I'm like, dude, I need some inspiration. You know, and he's like, all right, I'll come in. He looked at my signs, and he's like, wow, these are really neat. He really liked my wall. Actually, he thought this was really cool. And I'm like, you know, I haven't really experimented. I've just been working on this build and experimenting as I want to do something, or as I'm like, oh, what can I put here, you know? So then I would do some experimenting, and, you know, that's how the signs kind of came about, and that's how the planetarium came about. But then Pez came up with this really cool trade terminal. And I was like, man, that totally fits my theme. You know, it totally works. And it, you know, of course, it used the room, the hollow room. And I had already been thinking about taking the hollow room and doing something else with it similar to this, but at a different angle. And then he did this, and I'm like, dude, I'm sorry, but I gotta steal that. I'm like, it works too well for what I'm building. You know, I'm like, I gotta take this, brother. And he's like, no worries, you got it. So, you know, Pez came up with this trade terminal idea, which I'm sure somebody else may have thought of this. We don't know. There's so many people who play, but as far as I know, Pez, you know, Pez threw this together last night. So then I did my version, which is very similar, but I just changed style and framing and things of that nature. And I added what I was thinking about, which is a smaller moving screen, ATM style. So this is my ATM. Welcome to Chaos City Banking. So I had already thought about doing, once I did the big screen, I'm like, is there a way I can shrink, you know, I want to do different sizes. So, you know, instead of the large moving screen, I shrunk everything down. Man, did this take about an hour or two to figure out, even though I already had the basic concept. But positioning and everything else it turned out to be a real freaking pain in the, you know what I'm going to say. So, welcome to Chaos City ATM. And this is my version of, you know, so what I did was, you know, I brought it back a little bit more to keep the pattern of the wall so we could see that, give it a little bit of detail. I believe Pez also had the spinny thing in there as well, and he took it out when he changed. And then I'm like, all right, you know, it would be cool, a little ATM screen, you know, you go up to the screen and, you know, you punch in your stuff and boop, 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 boop. Get permission to use it. And then this should still be usable. At least I hope it is. Uh-oh. Maybe it's not. Maybe I could have sworn it was. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. Ah, shoot, maybe I should put the screen on the other side. So this is still usable. You know, you can come right up to it and you just got to know what side, apparently. Yeah, I'm wondering if I should put the screen over on that side. What if I put it... Oh, okay, this works. So I can look over from the screen. Oh, perfect, okay. This does work. And then use it, okay. So, I will show you how to build one of these, and we want to give Pez the credit for coming up with the base idea. And then, you know, everything else after that is your decorative touch on how to improve or change or make it your own. Granted, you know, I really want to try this. I really want to try this thing I just found out about. Come on, tell me I can. All right. Okay. All right. Well, why wouldn't that work for... Why wouldn't that work for anything else? I'm trying to get permission. I really want to show you all this because it's going to be freaking super cool. All right, let's put our doors where they need to be. Let's get started on starting to put some of this stuff together. Pucker up, buttercup. What is the main difference between... There really isn't, is there? The doors, they're kind of the same. Ah, stuck inside. I'm stuck. Yeah, I really need to start getting my thumbs to cooperate with the new building mechanic. As opposed to... Hey, American Psycho, good morning. Conflicted Gaming, good morning. Thank you guys for stopping in. Alright, I was showing this cool thing Pez came up with, and then I built my version. But Pez came up with a really neat trade terminal to kind of dress up your trade terminal. And I was like, dude, I need to steal that. I'm sorry, but it just needs to happen. And he was like, yeah, no worries, bro, take it. Alright, why are you being so problematic this morning? What is it that makes you not want to go into your spot? You should fall in underneath the one that... Oh, no, I know why. I know why. Alright. You do need to go up here first, don't you? Yes, you do. Okay, that is why. This may tear some stuff out, but that's okay. We need to bring this down. Damn it. But this new thing that somebody discovered, alright, I will... I know, nobody likes my ideas. It's alright. I get it. An idea from Action Pants? Yeah, whatever. An idea from Pez or Beeble? Oh, alright. I'm just kidding. I know nobody cares what I do. But I love y'all anyway. And I mean that. I actually really mean it. You guys are freaking awesome. This community rocks. I'm just the noodler. The canoodler. The doodler. The No Man's Sky. And actually I find this to be a term of endearment. Dark Lord Zelric calls me the Bob Ross of building. Which I will take that compliment, damn it. I'll take any compliment I get. I know you know, I don't do anything. You know, every once in a while I come up with an interesting design element that people, you know, find that they like. Shouldn't Banjo, what is going on? I honestly don't know why y'all hang out with me. but I'm glad you do. I don't know why anybody hangs out with me, to be honest. I'm a whack job. All right, speaking of coffee and nip nip, let's get some coffee rolling here. You mad dome salesman. Is that the Pez Beeble Night Tracer MSG trick you're doing? I'm not sure what that means. But anyway, so for those of you just joining, I was hanging out with Pez. I'm like, dude, I need some inspiration, bro. Let's put our minds together and see if we can come up with some stuff. And he came up with this really neat trade terminal idea. He looked at my screens and then, and this is what I love about the building community. He's like, he came in, saw what I was doing with my screens, and was like, you know what, I haven't really messed with that piece yet, the holographic room. So he started messing with that piece, to kind of see, what he could do with it, So, he came over, saw my little screenage, right? And for those of you who have not seen my screenage, these are my animated screens, which is an old technique that I have reinvented for the new mechanic, and as soon as these stickers render in, and I've got a few versions of this. I'm still working these out. Most of you have seen these. And certain stickers do not like to render. And what is going on? Like this sticker, this set of stickers for some reason is well, that's kind of the point. Now, I'm going to say something here, and I don't mean it to come out in any way, shape, or form of something. But I have been live streaming my glitch building. And I hate saying this, but it's unfortunately, the way. I have been live streaming glitch building before I knew how to glitch build, back in the tier days, before anyone was live streaming building, like as a content. Like, Zane, Dark Lord, American Psycho, ER Burrows, Kibbles, JC Hysteria. Those guys were glitch building, and I learned from Dark Lord Zelric, but they would do a really amazing build and then just do a cool film, but nobody was showing glitch building, and I couldn't find any thank you, Shin. Oh, Shin, real quick, I'll show you my trade terminal, my version, because I couldn't find anyone doing it, and it was just building at first. I couldn't find any building help, and then after, and then I made these new smaller versions of the screen, and I'll show you how to do these, and I couldn't find anything on building. I was, on YouTube, and I couldn't, I found like one tutorial on how to flip things by Kibbles. Then I found one sort of how to make a circle thing by American Psycho, and that was just it. So I'm like, you know what? I'm newly single. I got nothing going on. I'm going to start live streaming. My buddy was like, you should just live stream. You love this game. You love building in it, and you should just do that. And then and my goal was to get the building aspect of this game out there, to show people that there's more to do in the game than complain about the fact that it isn't what they said it was going to be in the beginning, And you know, to show that you don't just have to, you know, and all the bases that I would go visit. Thank you, Conflicted Gaming. MSG, what up? And my goal was to kind of say, look, you don't have to just build a box. You know, look at all the things you can do. And then Dark Lord came in one day and was like, hey, do you know how to glitch build? And I was like, well, glitch build, more tools? Taught me how to glitch build back in the tier days. And then, you know, everything from there just went haywire for me. I'm like, ooh, look at this and that. And then, as we know, everything, you know, helped. But, you know, the only thing I could find back then was, you know, really cool builds by American Psycho, who happens to be in chat today, by the way. ER Burrows, Jason Hysteria, Kibbles, Ash Factor. You know, those guys, the OGs, Dark Lord Zelric, Zane. You know, the real OGs are building. I'm like, you know, an OG a little bit later. But I'm so happy, so unbelievably happy to see how many people have embraced building, embraced glitch building, embraced the creativity. But sometimes I feel people don't realize just how long I've been doing this. I mean, I honestly was, you know, building content for me has been years now. I just don't know how to promote myself. I never have. I don't particularly care, to be honest with you. I'm not looking for fame and fortune. I am looking, my goal has always been to inspire creativity, to have people think about things in a different way when building. That's it. That has always been my main goal. Fame and fortune, yeah, I'll never get that, you know. Oh, Conflicted Gaming, I am not a catalyst. You know, I just don't, sometimes I don't feel, because of the popularity of some of the other streamers out there now, who do building as their content, and because, you know, not everyone in the community obviously knows who I am, you know, a handful of people do, but, you know, I just don't think people realize just how long I've been doing this. And, you know, it's not that it really matters, but, you know, sometimes it's, you know, when people are like, oh, I thought you were only doing, no, I've been doing this for a long time, you know. And again, not that it truly matters, but American Psycho could tell you, you know, and he's been doing it longer than me. And, you know, he just didn't live stream building content, okay? Thank you, guys. I mean, I'm not looking for fame and fortune. I'm looking for adoration. It's just a bit of history, okay? You know, No Man's Sky history. Let's just put it that way. It's not, I don't care. You know, it's just, again, my main goal since, like, all right, I'm trying to remember before I deleted my old channel when I started that channel, okay? And I started my channel as No Man's Sky building, okay? Just strictly building. Because I was like, wow, this is, you know, there's a lot of potential here. And, you know, this was pre-Beyond. I mean, when did building get introduced again? Let me think about this. I'm trying to remember all the iterations that we've had. Ooh, excuse me, charming. And I'm just, you know, trying to get a little history out there for No Man's Sky, you know, because things have snowballed in the community. And, you know, I think there's some people out there that should be getting some recognition a little bit more so that, you know, lately seem to, you know, have fallen to the wayside on some levels because, one, their real lives have gotten in the way, more so than normal. Like people like E.R. Burroughs, JC Hysteria, American Psycho, who is in chat right now. American Psycho is doing stuff with roofing that took work that we can now just do without even thinking about it. All right, but back in the day, making a circle was that was work, and not perfect in any way, shape, or form. And to get it as perfect as you could without any sort of wonkiness took some effort. And American Psycho had his umbrella build. Let me tell you, when that came out back in the day, you knew that something was different there. You're like, how did you do that? And everyone was like, oh, mods and PC. And it's like, nah, vanilla base. But people like AP, who don't, they don't live stream. They don't, push out a ton of content, but have been doing this for a very long time and are really amazing builders. And I just, and E.R. Burroughs, if you guys don't know these people, or if you're not subscribed to their channels and at least look at what they used to do back in the day, and where I got my inspiration from, these are the people that I used to look up to and still do. E.R. Burroughs is one of my favorite builders. Kibbles, Ash Factive, oh my god, he's just my favorite, but he uses mods and Blender, but I love his style. It's freaking amazing, and he's an awesome musician. Jason Hysteria, all these cats, just super talented people who were like OG in glitch building. And, then all of a sudden building became very popular and a lot of content creators came out and, a lot of those guys, they're older. We're all older. We've got lives and things come and go. But, a little bit of history, and Cobra. Back in the day, like, Cobra used to, really be promoting a lot of the building stuff. And if we can find it, I'll try and find it. There was an interview with all of us back in the day, when buildings started to become a bit on the popular side. And in my opinion, and this is my opinion, I think the building community really helped keep this game alive in some ways, when the game was kind of down and out, a lot of the builders, not just myself and like all the builders in the game, were really pushing the content of building. And, like, look at what else this game offers, like, for the creative side of things, When they hadn't, done much in the way of changing biomes and all that stuff yet, and people were bored. There ain't nothing to do in the game. Oh, really? Well, we were building for years with nothing to do in the game, and exploring at the same time, looking for cool environments, still finding things because we were exploring while looking for building environments. And putting out, like, well, those guys, I suck at making videos, but those guys were putting out, like, really cool videos of, like, some really amazing builds and trying to keep people interested in the game, And in my opinion, and again, my opinion, if it weren't for guys like, Kibbles, JC, ER, American Psycho, Zane, Dark Lord Zelric, at least these are the people that I know. If it weren't for those guys, bringing me in, teaching, Dark Lord teaching me how to glitch, I wouldn't be where I am. I think the building community really, back then, really helped to keep the game going. Again, my opinion. From what I was exposed to, from what I saw, there could have been other things going on that I was unaware of, where people were doing some other stuff, but I liked the building. Back when I was streaming, I was like cuboid room crazy. I used to try to break the game. I'm not kidding. I wish I still had my old channel going on some levels. I'm glad I deleted it, to be honest with you. I wanted a clean slate. But I also would be past 1,000 subscribers by now, and I kept that up. And I would be able to show you some other stuff, some of my early stuff. And unfortunately, when my PlayStation crapped out the first time and I had to wipe it, I lost everything. So I no longer have videos or anything else. Inside Vortex, what up? Sam Vines, welcome. Good morning, everybody. Thank you, American Psycho. Well, Conflicted Gaming, the Inside Vortex, welcome, everybody, welcome. Everyone I hear who says I suck at building does not suck at building, okay? Stop that. Enough of that. Everyone is awesome at building, okay? Everyone has their own style. Everyone has their own stuff. Everyone comes up with their own really neat things. And what I think people need to start realizing is that much like art in the real world, you know, it is subjective stylistically to what somebody finds to be. I love this frickin' copy paste move stuff. I really do, really do. Like everything I need is right there. I can pull from all of that. Bing bang boom, we're good to go. What was I? Why did I? Oh, because I need to flip that still. You know, and we all pull inspiration from one another. You know, like hanging out with Pez, man. You're like, yeah, I might have eventually come up with something like this. You know, because I'm working with that part, and I had already thought about making this mini screen and doing what I did with the wall. So I may have stumbled across that. Thank you, Conflicted Gaming. I appreciate that. But, you know, just chilling with Pez and, you know, two like-minded builders hanging out. You know, he saw something I did, made him go, hey, you know what? I haven't worked with that part. Let me mess around with that part for a little while I'm here hanging out with you. Cool. And you say, oh, dude, come here. Look at what I just did. All right, God, what did you just do? You know, and and then I was, oh, that's cool. Can I steal that? Yeah, go ahead, man. He's like, I thought this would fit with what you're building, and I'm like, you're 100% correct. It freaking totally goes with what I'm doing here, you know. And then I made my version. Okay, so just to kind of show that again for those of you just joining, you know, and yes, I do come up with my own stuff. Obviously, the kaleidoscope and blah blah blah, but the kaleidoscope was inspired by my friend Jaboy, Joby, however you know him, doing something of a smaller version with another part. And that inspired me to think about, oh, wait a minute. If that looks like that with those parts, if I make something bigger with another set of parts that does something similar, what will I get? I got the kaleidoscope, otherwise known as the APG engine. Thank you, Scottish Rod and Jaboy, for renaming that in my honor when I had left originally because they weren't sure I was going to come back. I had a lot of crazy stuff going on in IRL, in real life, which takes just as long to say as IRL, by the way. And then I just had a bad panic moment in life and was like, screw everything, brah, life sucks. And I so anyway, Pez's original version, my different version. That's it. You know, I just added stuff that I was working with. You know, I added my screens. That's it. And I changed the phasing point of where that is in order to allow a bit more detail. And for any of you Cafe 42 members out there watching, I got you covered. Got you a screen all ready to go. It's the Cafe 42 marquee. Inside Vortex. I'm still waiting to hear back whether or not I can attempt to try this new thing that is really honestly going to be a fun thing to do and going to add another element to everyone's building. I have not seen anything. Alright, I will say, just from what the message I received earlier, it says, I'm not sure if Mimo will make a tutorial. So I'm guessing this was a discovery by Mimo. M-E-M-O, Mimo Stills, if I'm not mistaken. And I really want to show this because I want to try it, but I want to get permission to make sure that it's okay. But Mimo discovered something that's pretty darn cool ass, and I want to try it. Sam Vines. Thank you guys. I mean, my problem is I am very self-defeatist, and this is me in general. I grew up very rough, and a lot of people do that don't fucking know waterworks for me here, okay? Just giving you some history on the APG. Little history lessons today. And this is what happens when I'm up at freaking 5:30 in the morning. Yeah, I grew up, in foster care, something like 10 to 15 different home and sim families before I was 10 years old. All kinds of crazy things happening to me growing up. So, being a bit self-defeatist and whatnot kind of happened with that. Do I have confidence in some other levels in life? Of course I do. But overall, I am, self-deprecating, mainly as a joke, but partially because it's how I truly feel about myself. But as I've gotten older, I've gotten more comfortable with that sort of thing. I don't take compliments well, never have. And let's start babbling and start doing some frickin' work. But, I don't self-promote. I'm very bad at that sort of thing. That's not where I need you. I don't need you there. I need you to be here. Not there, not there, not there, not there, not there, not there. Come on, go where I need you. Right there. Yeah, conflicted gaming. This, and I have limited exposure to, other communities in gaming, a little bit, and the ones that I bumped into, and there was a reason there was very little exposure for me, because the ones I did come in contact with were toxic, and I'm like, this is not me. Like, I'm not, teabagging people and, your mother, babe, F this and N that, and then we get, I just never got that. It's like, it's a game. It's supposed to be fun, hence the word game. Like, why are you, I get competition and all, but there's people, craziness. And then I found No Man's Sky, and when I first started building and doing build content as my stream, I had nobody watching. Like, it was me for like a couple of weeks. Because I couldn't, I didn't know about tagging. I still don't know about any of that, and I barely do it. And then somebody probably in the No Man's Sky community, and I know who that probably was Mary Lizzie. Mary Lizzie showed up in my stream, and she would hang out with me for hours, being like, and I'd be like, yeah, I don't know, maybe I should just give up. Because I was like, nothing's happening, nobody's watching, blah, 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 right? So it's like, dude, you just started. It's okay. Nobody's going to watch you right now. Nobody knows you. Nobody's heard of you. So relax. So, Mary, like, hung out with me for hours on end. And, was, you know, kept me going. If it weren't for Mary Lizzie, I would not be here today. Okay? And then Mary Lizzie must have told Sword, because then Sword showed up in my stream one day and would hang out and do what he does, which is lurk. And then from there, Dark Lord showed up. And then that was it. Dark Lord was watching me for a while, and then one day was like, hey, do you know how to glitch build? And I was like, no, what is glitch building? And he's like, well, let me show you. And that was that. And then that's how I ended up meeting, you know, Captain Steve and Dark Lord Zelric and, you know, everybody else who I have come to admire. And American Psycho. Actually, I think I met American Psycho before some of the other cats. But my memory might be a little off. Which is entirely possible. We're almost 100% certain of that. Alright, let's make sure we can still walk through. And we can. Alright. All's good in the hood. American Psycho, hey, PG, would you be interested or available to join my game so I can get some video of the builds? Since it's 1,200 parts over the build limit, I won't be able to upload. Yes, of course. Would you like to show people now? Would you like to send me an invite? And I will join you. Conflicted. Witchblade introduced me to Beebs, and that's where I got your channel link. I actually subbed a few links he did, but only stay subbed to the ones I like. Thank you, Conflicted. Not quite finished yet. Yeah, AP, hit me up later today then. I have some stuff I got to do for like 2-3 hours. But I mean, it's super early for me, so just hit me up later definitely, and we'll get together and hang out. I wrote 12,000 parts. I need coffee. And again, as always, if I'm doing something you would like to see how it was done, if you see anything in one of my builds and you are curious, always feel free to ask me to show you something. I will stop what I am doing. Generally, there are occasions where I'm like, I need to, you know, work this, and I will show you how I did it. You just ask. Sam, thank you. Actually, this right here, this was inspired by something Pez did. Pez did a version. I asked him to come in and hang out, and I was like, dude, I need another brain, you know, to throw some ideas. And he came up with the, here, I'll show you. And he did it, and he skinned his another way, but then reskinned it again. But this was, Pez was like, dude, I just came up with something you got to see. And I'm like, I came over and I was like, dude, what a great idea. Because Pez had come in again, saw my screens, was like, oh, I haven't really worked with that part yet. Let me work with that part. So he started throwing that part around, did this. He's like, dude, I think this would work in your build really well. Came over, saw it, and I'm like, damn right it will. I'm going to steal that. He's like, go right ahead. Because he knew I would skin it differently, you know, and make it look different. So, you know, I took this main concept and then created my look or my skin, you know, my style added to it, which is what everyone does. And this is why I'm saying stop saying that you're not a good builder, especially now where the parts themselves, it doesn't really matter what you do. You're gonna you build a box, it's gonna look pretty damn cool. Cables yet? No, I'm playing around with it too because it's perfect for one of my belts. Seen the part with the cables. Seen the part with the cables. What cables? I'm not sure what you mean there, bud. Cables, cables, cables. I don't know what you mean. From one of my other builds. Oh, on Pez's build. On Pez's build. Oh, I know what he did. Yeah. What I just showed. Oh, okay. Gotcha. All right. So again, you know, Pez came in, was like, "Oh, I dig your screens, you know, the marquees I've been making," and that's what inspired him to start using that part, the room, the hollow room there. So anyway, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. It's just bam boom. All right. Now, part of me wants to kind of extend that out a little bit. I'm thinking I might. Instead of just keeping it flat, maybe kind of bring in a bump out here. Well, you know, a font would be great. The only thing I could think of now, and this was an idea when I was hanging out with my friend Apictor. There's another person that is Apictor / Photon, if you know him. He's a really great builder, really amazing, does some really fine detail. But you know, people who I feel, you know, should have a little more exposure. But yeah, a font would be pretty darn cool, wouldn't it? Actually, I should move that M. I mean, yes, I am not caring about the perfectness of this at the moment. But in terms of, you know, font. Oh shit! And I just killed it. Okay. Phase deletion, still a thing. And now actually, I want to keep that for a little while just because it's humor. I mean, you could use wires, you could use strip lights, you know, but I do agree with you, like a font would be really cool. I think, you know, that would make a huge difference. Actually, You know, and yes, I've seen also people working with the pill lights to create. American Psycho used to do some really cool things with the pill lights, which Psycho you can do again, by the way. Um, and what's really neat too, which we'll show in just a second, and I showed this the other night, but I will re-show it because there may be some people who didn't see it yet. There, now we have an ATM. Yeah, the pill light tree wraps, man, were really cool. Like, you know, and even then, you know, back before all the changes in building, you were still with some creativity and, you know, different thought process. And that, again, that was always my goal. Like, don't look at this part as itself. Look at its shape. Think about what it could be. What does it look like? Now, with this, with this white border decal, okay, which you can change the color of, all right, so let's just change it to red. And now we'll shrink it down, rotate it. Now, if you put it on top of these lights, we can get a little bit of, you know, little color change added to it. Sorry, builder's hush. Oops. And now, you got, you know, you got some color change. You got a little bit of, you know, decorative element in terms of, all right, so now I'm going to change the color. We'll go, yeah, let's go with blue. Shrink that down. And now, if I bring it in here, and this works a lot easier on a larger light. I can't, we got a double sticker here. But see, you know, we got a different coloration now on that tube light. On a larger one, you can double it up. It's a little too small. There's too much collision. But this works for all lighting. And as a matter of fact, you can see I've done it here. Try to change it up a little bit so that the sign doesn't look exactly the same everywhere you put it. Also added that element over here. As you can see, you know, we added some of that green. Again, change up, you know, try to change it a little bit so that the sign doesn't look exactly the same every single time. You could use black out some of these, have it like so one light's actually burnt out. You know, add that little bit of detail. All those little details that people tend to skip by because it just makes it look natural. And you're like, oh, I didn't even notice it because it just looked appropriate, you know. I'm not going to keep this. It does look funny. It is kind of goofy. I don't know, I'll leave it up for now just because it's fun. But, you know, as another example, you know, we'll do a couple little things here. So we'll take that strip light. And again, actually, let's try a different light. I haven't tried any different lights. I don't know if it'll wrap on this or not. And you could use a different sticker too. I mean, it does, you know, again, these are, when I show something, it's just an example. Then I expect everyone to go, oh, he used this. Well, what if I use this? Or what if I use this and change the color? What if I do this? You know, it's always just like, hey, did you think about maybe doing this? Ooh. Now, unfortunately, you know, sometimes finding... Oh, man, that would be cool if that were all of them. You know, some things, you know, and sometimes it's just a question of, you know, messing around with things for a little bit until you, you know, discover what works for that particular thing. But while we are here and thinking about it, let's try some other stuff. The other cool thing about this is it will help to knock down the bloom a little bit on some of this lighting. But the cool thing is it cuts that harsh light, allows you to, you know, just create subtle details, you know, that can really, you know, alter your build in such a minute way, but still, you know, it's still really cool. You know what I mean? Some stickers work better than others, by the way. And the stickers have been weird in terms of how they're rendering. Now, see, here's an example. All right, this sticker, for some reason, is behind the light. Okay, but now that we have the sticker on the light, oh, look at that. Okay, I'm going to copy that, which is going to give me nothing. Okay. But see how this is underneath that light until I stacked it? Okay, this sticker will probably sit where? On top. Okay. So again, it's experimentation, trying different things. And I noticed that the stickers reacted differently when I was doing the screens over there. Ooh. That works really well. Let me see here. The one is weird. Okay, the render on it is a little bit funky. I'm going to leave that there and come back to that. I know it's a little funky, but thank you so much. By the way, I'll be using that decal on light trick in my own base. No worries. That's the goal. That has always been my goal. To inspire. To do something that, you know, may... you know, that may help somebody, you know, to inspire them to you know. Well, part of me wants to keep this just because it's goofy as hell. Clean it up a little bit, make it look a little less sloppy, but Will Badger, good morning. Alright, hold on, I need to double, oh, wait. Okay, I got permission. Alright, woohoo! Alright, let's try this. I want to try this so bad, you have no idea. I'm freaking out. Alright, so, last night, I got a message from Beeblebum saying, you gotta see this. And he showed me a picture of something, and I was like, damn, how the hell did you do that? And he didn't respond. And I was like, all right, I get it. It's a secret till you put out the tutorial. But apparently it was a discovery, I'm going to say by Mimo Stills, only because Beeble says, I'm not sure if Mimo's going to put a tutorial out about this, but now I'm going to give it a shot. Yeah. So, excuse me. Nip in the morning. I got to read this here, so I apologize. And I was like, awesome, may I show this and give him credit? And then people was like, yes, of course. Okay. So, I believe this was discovered by Mimo Stills. I could be wrong. This is the information I'm getting at the moment. Beeblebum said, hey mate, I'm not sure if Mimo will make a tutorial. So, okay, here we go. Here we go, we're gonna give this a shot. Shaka Khan. I don't know the rest of the words. Well, I feel for you, baby. Alright, what do I need? I need a scalable part. Well, let's get a scalable part. You're scalable, aren't you? Are you scalable? You are. Okay. So we're gonna... Okay. I can't see much. No, I need the wire there, bud. Why can I not see? Oh, I know why, because you're not in... Where? I can't even see my cursor, man. Okay, is that the wire? There we go. Now we're going to duplicate the wire. Damn it. I had to figure out how to do this, I'm sorry. Damn you! Learn, you fool. You fool! Damn it. Alright, hold on. Hold on! What is going on here, buddy? Alright. That's not right. I forgot you got... Alright, hold on. I gotta get this. Let's figure this out. I have the concept now, it's just a question of me figuring it out. Okay, we're gonna get this. Once I get this and you see what happens. I saw this and I'm like, yeah, buddy. Alright, bear with me. I don't, you know, just learning about this. So I'm not sure if I'm doing it properly. And I hate the fact that I keep kicking myself out of frickin' build camera. Right on, Sam. I hope you have yourself a wonderful day. Doesn't seem to be doing what I need it to do yet. Alright. We do that. Burger, burger, burger. Gurgla, gurgla. Why is this not doing what I want it to do? I'm reading the instructions right as far as I can tell. What am I missing? What am I missing? Yeah, okay. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm reading the instructions right. I'm doing it the way... Although I've been having a problem with my controller lately. Adjacency is not working as effectively for me as it used to. And I think it's just my controller is... Alright, we're going to try this until we get it. We know the concept. We've got the idea. Now it's a question of getting it. Alright. One, I'm going to move. Alright. There it is. Okay. I got it. I figured it out. Okay. I got it. 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 Okay. So now, if I do that, go like that, I go like that, I do that, and then, yeah, buddy. Oops. Get that in here. Alright, so get out of that. Do that. There we go. There we go. And then we copy that, do that, copy that, do that. Yes. Yes, sir. So, look what's scalable. So, Mimo. So, if, that must mean, okay, now let's experiment here. Well, Dark Hellboy, I don't know about that, because the wire is attached in this menu, okay? That's why this works. I'm looking at the supply pipe now to see if we can't scale up those. Alright, so let's give that a shot. The only other thing I can think of is maybe if we do this, we're doing that. Alright. Now, what if I choose a wall But the wall's not scalable. That's the only problem here, bro. And that wire stays small. But I'm thinking if we go into our supply pipe, okay, if I copy that, right, and now I switch between my, oh no, see it jumps immediately into, so okay, see that's why that works. It jumps into that menu, right? So what if I build a mineral extractor, right? And well, I can't because see, we can't go through a wire. All right, we need to start with something scalable. That seems to be the key. Okay, so if we start with something scalable, right? We scale it up. Conflicted gaming, that just happened. So I got a message from Beeble last night. Let me make sure this is running through proper. With a photo of a scaled up EM and a scale. This just means that there's things we have not figured out yet. Okay? And I'm sure this probably ended up being an accident. You know, Mima was probably trying to tether something, scale something. Something happened, popped into the other menu, went, oh my God, you know? So anyway, I'm going to go, oh my God, I'm going to switch these. Oh, you can't. Damn it. Fork. Or can I? Something tells me there's going to be scalable glitching, and we just got to figure out the sequence. Okay, anyway, so people sent me the message, got the photos, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, how'd you do that? Blah. And he didn't answer me until this morning. And he's like, he may have had to go to bed or whatever and just put the message on. Didn't see me send one. But anyway, so I waited and waited and waited. And then he's like, I'm not sure if Mimo will put a tutorial out for this, but, you know, this is how it's done. And I asked if I could share it, and he said, of course. So, all right, so what we're going to do here now is we've scaled this item up. We're now going to tether this, reverse wire glitch. Hold on, let's try this again. I wonder if that is part specific too on the scale of something. You know what? Let's check something out here. Let's do a little R&D. Let me get a platform going here. Oh, buddy. Oh, look at the collision on this already. Okay, that collision bubble is that size, so look at the difference. All right, let's work here. Let's get. I have questions that need answering. Okay. We are going to get questions answered right now. And actually, you know what? I'm going old school. Hold on here. We're going old school, my friends. Is it just me, or is the camera looking weird and tilty? Something funky here. What the hell is that going on? Who built this platform? Dark Hellboy. It was either Dark Hellboy or Lord Hammer, I forget. But somebody built this wonky ass platform. Was it you, Dark Hellboy? I think it was. Alright, so let's get back to this. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to get a scalable part. We are going to scale this up. We are going to reverse wire glitch. And now, as we can see, we're going to place the wire. Now, a standard wire. Okay, why didn't it work this time? Hold on. Alright, I'm doing something wrong. I'm doing something wrong. Let me get this again. Yeah, I'd see, I've been having some, my controller, I think, is on its way out. Alright. So we're going to scale this up. We're going to reverse wire glitch. Now, the wire should be scaled at this point, but it is not. Okay. Why are you not? Is it my controller? Oh, tether. Is that what I did? Okay. Hold on. I did tether the first time. Gotcha. Thank you. Early morning for me. It's, why am I... Still, something's wrong. Is that right? Does that look bigger? That's what she said. Oh, thank you. I missed a step. Hold on. Let me slap myself in the face and wake up here. I was so excited. Wasn't thinking straight. Alright, I need to get my brain functioning. Okay, so grab our part. We are going to scale. Oh no, wait, we're going to tether first, right? No, oh, get that. So, tether. Now we scale. Then we reverse wire glitch. There it is. And now we have big fat wire. Alright. So here's a standard wire. Thank you. Okay. So, big fat wire. Thank you, Enra. Can we attach to here, scroll out. Okay, this is going to be the same size, right? Alright, but since we can scroll around with that, can we... How do we... Okay, so we tethered, scaled. One, two, adjacency. Okay. And then we did that. Some, if you banjo a wall on the fat wire, did he not resize automatically the wall? Well, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, because you can't, the minute you attach to the wire, right, you lose the scalability. It drops back in size to its default size. But I'm just wondering, because when we're in wire mode, we can scroll through all the different kinds of wire. Alright, give me a minute. I need to use my brain. I need to thought process this for a second. I need a smoky treat. Hang tight, folks. Let's all work this problem together. Let's think about this, alright? Let's community think. Let's get all our creative and intelligence, and in my case, lack of intelligence and morning nip. Let's work this problem together. How can we scale up the supply depot, the mining machine, okay? How can we get into that menu with the supply pipe? So, we had to scale up an item, tether it, reverse wire glitch, which builds us the wire. In tether mode, can we switch tethers from wire to pipe to byte beat to whatever? Can we switch tether? So if I'm in tether mode, no, is that going to scroll my part, or is it going to scroll the wire and drop everything? Which we'll test in just a second. I need a little bit of smoky treat. Give me a moment. So we're going to chat this through a minute here. Where's Beeble? We need Beeble's brain. Beeble, get in here. Or Pez or somebody. Brains. We need brains. Brains. Can we change tether? Does anyone know? So if we're in tether mode, can we change our tether? Or is it strictly the wire? Anybody? No whammy. Yes, you can change it, but it revert to wire when you glitching. Okay, so it reverts. but if I copy this wire, okay, I can't change it immediately. Okay, if I hit the left trigger, it immediately brings up it switches right to this menu. Okay, so it immediately goes, I copy that wire is now part of this menu. So it immediately, so much like the other menu jump, when you scale down and copy the light box, it immediately reverts you into the technologies menu from the lighting decorative menu. So what this is doing is now it's immediately jumping you into this menu. Okay. So yep. So instead of, okay, so when I hit my left trigger now, come on, brains, everybody. If this is possible, we know it's possible. If this is possible, the supply pipe is possible. The supply pipe possible to scale up, then we can get the other things. How do we do this? How we're in it? It jumps over to this menu. So how is it? How we know it? I hate when I know something is possible. Okay, let's work this problem, folks. It's jumping us over to this menu. It is switching us into this menu. Now, if I am on supply pipe, didn't that used to connect to an electrical? The supply, is it no longer doing that? All right, let's try, because we're dropping out. As soon as you go into the wire menu, we drop out to normal size. If we copy this, we have a large wire. But if we hit our normal, hold on, let's bring up the menu again. What does it say up there? Because I have it really small and I'm not near my TV. We know this has got to be possible. They're not going to let us scale this up and not let us scale the other thing up. Let's work the problem, folks. We're not losing this mission. These glitches must be discovered. To do a separate large wire for each piece to be enlarged. I don't know if I'm making sense. Alright, if you take a wall, okay, from the big wire, here we go. Let's work this problem. Work it. Work it. And thank you to the new subscribers. I don't get notifications because I'm all janky in my setup. I got my iPad to my left reading, making sure my stream's there. And I got my big ass TV because I don't like building on small. Alright. So, what does it say here? To toggle, oh, triangle. Okay. Okay. Wire here. We're going to get out of the wire. We're going to go to our that. We're going to copy that. No, not that. I don't need you. Fucking janky, twisted Hellboy platform. Nothing but love, Hellboy. Just playing. Okay, we're going to copy this. But as soon as we do this, it's going to revert, isn't it? I'm hitting triangle. Something's happening and it's not. Toggle wire. Wiring mode. Alright, so something's happening, but it's not changing. Alright, so we can't toggle. Now go to a piece in banjo. No. Beeble. Thank you, Beeble. I am trying this, but I'm in my brain going there. If we can scale up those, we got to be able to get to the supply pipe. And now, Beeble, this is a Mimo discovery, correct? Good, we got brains in here now. We got to work this problem, Beeble. If we can scale these up, how do we get into the supply pipe? How do we... Yeah, I'm trying, like, so here we go, right? So, excuse me. I've copied this. No, damn you. Copied the wire. I hit toggle wire. It changes the menu. Like, you can see it doing something, but it doesn't switch it. You cycle part. Okay, we're standard size here. Okay. Yeah, I'm not having any luck doing like a... Alright, so... Because when you copy this, when you cycle part, you immediately jump into that menu now. Much like the other menu jump, as I was saying, when you scale down the light box, it immediately puts you over into from... So we go start here, decorative lighting. We scale this down. We do our adjacency. Now when I go into my menu, we are now, it immediately brings us over to here, right? Again, leads me to believe that there is a way, because look where the teleporter cable is. Look where the ByteBee cable is. And then again, look where the supply pipe is, okay? So there's got to be a way, Beeps. There's got to be a way. Use your big ass brain, bro. You know me, I'll stumble on it accidentally. You all will figure it out. Gets reset. I know. But there has to be a way to get it. Okay, wire. Toggle. It doesn't toggle at this size. Why you no toggle? We know it should work. You know there's some secret recipe we're missing. Alright, so here... Alright, let's pick apart. Because I was seeing something earlier, right? Just grab the table. Pick apart. Pick up our part. Scale it, right? Okay, so now what we would do would be reverse wire glitch, correct? That would give us a larger part. Or a larger wire. From that, once we're in large wire, we're stuck in large wire, right? We can't toggle at that point. Or can we starting fresh? Did you try that, Beeble? Like when you're first scaling up the wire, did you try to toggle through then? Does it just drop it back into normal default? So, oops. Hold on, let's try that again. Alright, my table comes back. We're gonna, first we're gonna tether, scale, no, goes back to wire. Alright. Scale. Yeah, it just kind of drops it, right? So it just drops it. Okay, now if I have you, I rotate through, you drop back to normal scales. What's the last thing in the run? This, right? So now if I adjacency to you, you're just going to drop back. I know you are, so you're the last thing in the run. No, it skips the wire and goes right to this. That would be great to be able to scale these down and hide them, or use them in other manners. You figured it out? I knew it. I knew it. I knew you would. I knew as soon as I said let's work the problem and get people in here and just start talking and thinking about it. How do we do it, Beebs? Get in here. Get in here. Get in here. Load in. Alright, let's clean up some of our mess. Beebs, this is the same place where your R&D is. 07 Beeblebum, of course. See, we were probably close. We were probably close, and Beeble... how'd you figure it, Beebs? I'm curious now. Alright. And sorry about this wonky-ass platform. We're blaming Hellboy on that. I know you usually do your Surviving Saturdays, and we were supposed to do R&D together last week, people, but, well, you know what happened. All right. See, this is why the yep, there's Beeble. Beeble, you should be able to just join my chat. I should have an open chat. There should be a party. Oh, you're on PC. I should be, well, yeah, so we should be able to do game chat anyway. As Conflicted Gaming just popped up on chat after I said it. Yeah, I'm just waiting for Beeble to switch over his stuff. We got Beebs coming in. Beebs in the house. See? This is the community that I love. This is how shit gets done. It's like, alright, if this is possible, alright, there's got to be a way. We're just not thinking about the proper sequence, you know? If this happens, okay, and you do this, then this happens and you do this, then okay, what happens if you do that? You know what I mean. You know where I'm going with all this. Deductive reasoning, right? I think that's what it's called. Again, I ain't that bright. That's why I rely on people like Beeble. Creativity, yeah, I got some of that. Brains, eh. Sometimes. Look at this janky ass platform. Hellboy, how did you get this so jankified? Beeble, I don't know why I cannot hear you. Let me, guys, I got a bouncy blue screen. Yeah, I got to change my settings, I think. Although it should just revert because I'm not in a party. So I don't know why I'm not hearing Beeble. I see Beeble. He is probably flying towards me in some. I see a ship. Way up in the airs. Where are you, Beeble? He's out in the universe somewhere. Alright, your base is over here. But your ship is over there. Oh, I hear him. Well, I don't hear him, but I hear his ship. Why do I not hear Beeble? Hold on. Let me figure out why I'm not hearing Beeble. One sec, Beeble. Oh, Beeble says give me a sec, okay. Inside Vortex, I know, right? I was sent you a party chat through my phone. Jankified. Got you. Yes, I know what you mean now. It's the bouncy blue screen, yeah, here it comes, to get in our way and to ruin our fun. Those little bouncy squares with their smiles on, bouncing away to this blue screen song. It's the bouncy blue screen, yeah. And we are in mobile chat.
Hello?
There he is. Good morning, or afternoon for you, or evening for you, actually.
How are you?
Well, I had to, I've been trying to train myself to wake up early for my new job. And, I was up ridiculously early this morning, and I was like, you know what? Beeble's not going on for some time. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do this early in the morning because I don't have to work today. So I was like, screw it, I'll stream and build. And I'm sorry for the jankified platform here. Dark Hellboy's fault. I don't know what the hell he was thinking over here, but he did something crazy. All right, well, you got it. You figured it out. What led you to figuring it out? What were you thinking?
I saw you do something.
Aha, see?
And
Community,
said,
my
hey.
friends.
I said, hey.
He's close.
So, do the guys hear me, by the way? They
Yep.
should hear me now.
I believe they should. Everyone, can we hear Beeble? Probably a little faint, I would imagine, but can we hear him? And thankfully we can see the ghosts again.
Alright, so if you do the scale glitch, you know. Yes, a little quiet. Yeah, sorry, I tried to boost it, but there's no way to boost it from my phone.
And I don't think I can boost it on my end either, but...
No.
Okay, I'm going to shut my mouth and we're going to listen to Beeble and watch.
If I put the microphone a little bit closer, it might be better. So anyway, if you have like a scalable item like you did, you know, you scale up your wire first. So you place the wire, you go to your tether glitch, you scale it up, and then you reverse wire glitch to that part, it's going to scale up the wire. Now,
just
if you
momentarily, I apologize for interrupting. I just wanted to bring this to your attention and everyone to Zendesk this. When I am watching somebody build a part and they scale it up, or sometimes not even, it becomes oval or oblong and flat looking in shape.
Yeah. That's
which becomes difficult for doing any sort of team glitching. I apologize for the interruption. I now seriously this time will shut my mouth and let people continue.
So if I now duplicate that wire, all right, and now you switch. You said if I toggle wiring, I switch between my toggle wire and my build part, because when you duplicate it, it becomes a build part. What you want to do is you want to switch over to your wiring, so it now becomes a wire. And then now you do an adjacency glitch from that wire, and you do an adjacency glitch. You're going to switch over to your byte beat cable. And this byte beat cable should now be large as well. If it worked, I don't see it now. Let me see. Did I scale this up? Because I'm not always sure because the byte beat cable is a bit. Because the byte beat cable, I don't see the size of it that properly. But I scaled up a byte beat switch with it, so it works. So let's take this again, scale it, and then switch to the wire. So because you can adjacency between your wires, you can scale between your cycle between your wires. No, I'm just asking because I'm not sure if you know what I mean with that. So if
explain what you mean so that people can understand.
Okay, so if I duplicate the wire, if you have the wire, okay, you can cycle between the wires. So you go from wire to byte beat cable, then to teleport cable, then to supply pipe, and back to wire. You go through the menu of different wires. So it's in that menu that you have to be when you're. Let me try to explain differently. Otherwise,
so what you're doing is you're duplicating the first wire, correct? The first scaled wire.
Yes.
Okay, so we're starting there. Let's start with step one, and walk through the steps. So, step one would be to first do the tether glitch with a scalable item. Correct?
Yes. So you scale up your wire. That's what you've already been doing.
Okay. Now we've got our scaled wire, which we're now going to duplicate step two. Okay.
Yes. So now I duplicated that wire. I have like this massive connector floating now. So now I'm pressing triangle to, instead of being in the build menu, I'm switching to the wire menu. You know, when you switch with toggle wiring. So if I now switch, I will be able to cycle through that, from the electrical wire to the byte beat cable, from the byte beat cable to the teleport cable. You're like in that short menu of wires.
The triangle on Xbox, on PlayStation.
Yes. Now, what I'm going to be doing, I duplicate the wire. I then press triangle, so I switch from the wire, from the build menu to the wire menu, and I place that wire on the ground. Then I move it away, so I have this big wire, the stick wire, and now I adjacency from that wire to the byte beat cable. And I just made a large byte beat cable.
Oh, look at that!
Now I can duplicate that one again.
Anastasia, welcome.
Place the byte beat cable.
And adjacency again.
Yeah, but I have to go to free placement for that one, so I need to duplicate it. Free placement, place that wire. I have a large one. I have to switch again.
Okay, I see it.
Yeah,
you
cannot see my part, I think.
I see it.
Let me see. The problem is I cannot switch from my byte beat cable. Ah, damn it. Because I can't do this, I can duplicate from my byte beat cable and then do this.
Oh. Yeah, because it jumps you into the other menu, correct? Now it's jumping you into the other menu. So you need to... How do we get out of them? Which... Just a little point here, if I can bring up a point. Since we've now jumped to the byte beat cable, we are now in this menu again, advanced technology. So when he's duplicated that byte beat cable, okay, it's now automatically reverted to this advanced technologies menu, so he's able to adjacency immediately from that byte beat cable to the byte beat switch, which now we're in this menu, we can start doing our adjacencies.
Why doesn't it jump anymore now? Is it maybe because I'm a multiplayer?
And if we can get to the teleport cable, we can get to the appearance modifier quicker and those items quicker. Alright. So.
It doesn't work anymore.
But you've seen it done, correct?
I did it on the other one.
Alright, so we know we can...
testing something.
We know we can do it. It's just a question of, again, figuring out the steps.
The problem is now that if I want to, my thing was I wanted to switch over to the mineral extractor, gas extractor, and supply depots. These are the ones I want to scale up.
Right. But we need to get to the supply pipe.
Yes. And I was thinking, if I just do the same, I take the byte beat cable and I switch the wire again, but instead of going to the wire, it switches to the power cable instead of staying in byte beat.
Mm.
Can I just... If I place it...
Alright, so let's also do this.
There we go.
Whoa! Big ass box.
But getting to the supply pipe is going to be another fun thing.
Oh, wait.
It's bigger than I thought. Yeah. How are you doing, by the way, Conflicted? Could I reverse wipe it? That's gonna switch. I think. Could I reverse wipe it?
Okay, so now when I got the big cable, I'm copying that, right? And then what am I doing? Placing?
Okay, so now that you have the big cable, you have to place you have to place the wire so you have a thick cable again.
Yep, that's what I thought. Okay, so we're placing. Now I'm hitting toggle wire.
Yes, so you can switch, and now you do an adjacent glitch, so you switch from the wire to the byte beat cable and you place it.
Got it. Oh. Mine's not as big. Is that scaled up?
It looks scaled up. It could be that maybe because mine is on the floor, it's more visible.
Yeah.
I don't see. Yours is on 2 floors. Maybe that's the sun or something.
No, I don't think mine's scaled up. Could be though. I'm
I
gonna
only
try it
see
again.
probably your build.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
try
know
it
if
again.
anybody else bases nearby.
Oh, Anastasia out of here already? Alright, Anastasia. Oop, gotta go. Bye. Thank you for stopping in. Alright, I'm gonna try that again just because it's good to practice, right?
I think the reason why this floor is tilted is because the wire that you glitched on is twisted. Is it for?
Hey, I didn't build this janky platform.
No, it's a Dark
Blame Dark
Hellboy.
Hellboy. I don't know what he was thinking. Were you drinking that day, buddy? Too much nip nip?
Okay.
Although how many times have we all built something janky just to get something done? In an R&D scenario, you know? Oops. Okay, so place it, change it, adjacency it. Nope. Copy it.
How can I switch from one to
Place it. Adjacency, right? Ah! Now I'm getting that. Oh, I didn't switch menus. What a moron.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of scientific steps you're gonna have to follow to keep this working.
Yeah, I know, right? Okay, do this, followed by this. Eat a banana, do a dance. Alright.
You have to
Place
also
it.
free place your wire. Yeah.
Okay, now I'm placing it. Oh yeah, free place. Aha, so free place. Change to wiring mode. Adjacency. There we go. Okay. Damn. Frickin' chant a frickin' in tongues. Rub your belly 3 times. Pray to Nada and Polo. And fly through 3 black holes and play for 4 hours. Alright, so. Free mode. We gotta remember to be in free mode.
Because otherwise you cannot place your byte beep.
Beeblebum at Action Pants Gaming. I never thought I would be sitting here watching you both see who's got the bigger one. Well, Beebs and I used to stream on a regular basis back in the day. I think right around when you were first starting, correct? And we had many fun times. In fact, that is during the times when Are You Suffering from Boredom? was created. Ooh, yeah, that one hurts every single time. Okay, so now let's try this again. Let us. Alright, so now we're going to copy the byte beat. We're going to switch to free mode. We're going to toggle the wire mode, which brings us to wire. Okay, so that ain't good. Oh, we got to place. Duh. But we can't place, because if we place, it's not... Even in free mode, you can't place it, correct? Can you place a byte beat in free mode?
What you mean, a byte beat device or?
The cable.
No, you have to tether glitch it to be able to glitch it up from a byte beat to the...
Okay. So... You did already make this happen, correct?
Yeah, I just did it here.
Where?
Well, let me show you. Wait, give me a second. So I'm going to duplicate the byte beat cable I scaled up.
Okay.
I'm going to go in free placement.
Hold on. I'm going to follow your lead here. Okay, you're going to duplicate.
So, I duplicate the byte beat cable.
Yep, now I'm going to hit free placement.
You go free placement and you place your byte beat cable on the ground. So you have this thick wire, this thick byte beat cable.
Okay,
and
yep.
now your adjacency.
Adjacency. Why wasn't it working before? What did we do wrong?
Because now
we're getting the box.
That's how I scale the box, but I cannot get to the supply pipe or to the teleport cable because I cannot switch. If I do the switch to the wire, it switches back to the regular wire. It doesn't go to the next one.
Yeah, it defaults. Alright. Alright, so we've got a loose byte beat. How do we get our next step? Do we go into another menu? Do we bring up something?
I was thinking about, can we do a reverse wire glitch, but the reverse adjacency, but it doesn't work like that. So.
No. And if we go into menus, do we drop out of this?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to drop out.
Once you go in menus, your scale disappears again.
Your scale disappears again. Okay. Alright, we need to get here.
So if I now go to menus and I select something different, it's going to switch to some building part that is different.
Right. What if we have our supply pipe? Alright, let's just see what a normal size one of those is. Make. Thank you, Conflicted. I appreciate that. I really do. Thank you. Yeah, I almost want to post that again on Twitter and give that thing more attention. I love that video. It's hilarious. I still laugh at it. Your editing was perfect. Like, you just took all the little riffs I did and perfectly did it to music. And well done, sir. Well done. All right. How do we get what we want? Well, at least we got, I mean, the byte beat cable scaled up is pretty cool, actually. I still, okay. Oh, go ahead.
What is it? It's a quick step between, I mean, you don't have to go all the way around if you want to scale up to your byte beat switch. And then you can use your byte beat switch to reverse adjacency back to your byte beat device, so you can have like a short trip backwards.
Yeah. The only thing I noticed though is in the byte beat when you're you know, once you scale up the byte beat, you're now put into the advanced technologies menu, right? Because now when you adjacency from the byte beat, you go to the byte beat switch, right? So it puts you in that menu, like it does with the light box from lighting to advanced technology. That menu jumps to that. So you are at least back in that menu scaled, and you can do your adjacencies. But a quicker roundabout to, say, your landing pads, which is probably going to be more useful. This one is going to bring you all the way back to your light box and then around again. Well, yeah, either way, yeah. It's another 2 steps. If we could get the teleport cable larger.
That's the one. And it's because they took out the adjacency of this, you cannot go to your teleport cable because the teleport gets skipped in this menu.
That's right. Yet it still shows up cutting through your build. Even with the wire hider on. See, the wire hider should hide everything, okay? That's your option. It's either all or nothing, right? And I agree with that. If you want to use the wires as part of your deco, you need to plan it out. But if you don't want the wires showing because you know what I mean, then,
Yeah.
hide everything. And especially teleporters. When you're cutting through your build with a teleporter, you don't want the whole freaking teleporter cable,
Uh-huh. I think
cut.
they disappeared again now. Now they don't not they are cutting away again after a
Are
while.
they?
They just the beginning and the beginning and the end you see. But the problem is they still block all your a sphere or whatever.
Oh, really?
Okay, now if I go to my Bybit device. But I cannot scale the
No,
refer. Yeah,
no,
you
it's
cannot scale
still,
adjacency.
unless this is like the distance, but I think it still shows.
Yeah, but it doesn't show in between. It just showed the two short ends. Oh no. Okay, you're still on the. I'm an experimental.
Oh,
That's
you're
why.
out. Okay, you're on the experimental. When the hell are they going to
That's
release
funny
that?
because I mean this funny. I'm on experimental and you are not, and we still can join each other. That's weird.
That is weird. Alright, how do we get where we want? What are we missing? What are we missing? Come on, community. Think. This is how this works. Because everything reverts.
The supply pipe, that's the one. I was hoping that I could have used this to scale up walls and stuff. That would have been fun.
Right.
But no luck so far.
Like, it's too bad now that this wire is scaled. It just doesn't, like, when you connect to it, it doesn't scale the part with
Take
it,
over. Yeah.
That would be cool. So whatever your scaled wire is, and you could have a bunch of them set up ahead of time, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And you could just connect to that wire and be like, all right, I need this part this size every time, you know? All right, we can get to that cable, but everything from there stops. It jumps us immediately into the other menu. What's after? So it goes. What's our order here? We go. Supply pipe. Pipe beat. Teleporter. Supply. So it goes wire, bite beat, teleporter, supply. Wire.
See you later, Dark Hell. Boy.
Who had to go? Dark Hellboy later.
Dark Hellboy.
Later, Hellboy. Wire. Bite beat, teleporter, supply. Bite beat usually gets skipped, doesn't it? As you were saying earlier.
That's the problem. It doesn't keep the
Or the
scale.
teleporter.
And it should.
You lose scale. What if you... Oh, you can't. Oh, wait a minute. Can you... As soon as you connect something too, it reverts to default too, right?
Yes.
So you can't
Yes.
scale. Every time you revert to anything else, it just goes to default. We're stuck on this one. We get this far. Any old school technique like you know, a slightly before move? You know what I mean? Like, you know how before it was like, and just slightly before you build, you know, for your adjacency, it's like, but
No, I have not. I mean, if you could do it quick enough, maybe you might be able to go
or
to the
now,
next wire.
yeah,
If you do a double adjacency, you know. But
yeah.
yo, Travis, welcome. And MSG, Mister.
All right.
So I need to do
Oh. So.
I need to go in free placement again. That's the problem, because if you switch, even if I'm in free placement, I switch, I can place it.
Okay, so copy. Free placement. Place. Extend. Alright, we're now here. We're in free placement. Are we in wiring mode? Now we're in wiring mode and it drops us back. Okay, so. Sorry, I'm going to talk out loud for a minute. Think out loud. Yeah, talking out loud is normal. Thinking out loud is a whole other scenario. Place.
Hello there, other voice. Unbelievable. Doesn't even recognize me, the guy.
Every time too, bro, I know. Now, placed. And as soon as we go to... Right, we're in free mode. Well, we're in snap placement now, and we haven't reverted. Okay, but it won't let me snap this. If I go into menu, it's going to drop me out. We just need to somehow get from here to the supply pipe. 2 steps. 2 steps.
Yeah, you cannot do a quick enough. I think with a macro I might be able to do this, but I don't think my fingers are quick enough to do this twice.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've got dual personalities, and I don't even think I could do it that fast. Godverdomme.
Godverdomme.
Right, out of here.
I'm losing my... Okay, place the wire. Oh, I cannot be quick enough to scale this up.
Place the wire. Then we're what? Toggling to wire mode, right? But that drops us immediately, so... Yeah, toggle wire mode drops me immediately. If I toggle back, now we're right back to where we started on default size. And then no on that, but okay. Okay, okay, okay. Okay. I just connected to a connector and built a large bite beat.
I don't see a bite beat.
I went from, or is that just do? What did I do? Nothing. You did nothing. It's. All right. So what am I in now? I am in snap placement. I'm going to snap to you, which reverts me back to my normal size. We're gonna go. I didn't do anything. Okay.
I went from to easy. Oh, these don't have any contact. That's why. Okay, let me delete this again.
All right. No, I did do something. I know I did. All right. Hold on. Hold on. What did I do? See, it's when I'm not thinking I do stuff and then I can't remember it. All right. Get out of that. I'm snapping to that. I'm free. No. Cafe. Copy it. Free snap placement. Now if I go to free placement, does it? It keeps my scale if I scroll through that. Okay. I'm going to go free placement again. Snap placement. Go into here.
It just would keep the scale when you switch from one wire to the other.
I'm going to free to place. I know, it's like insane when you're it's really like, all right, it's 2 steps. What are we missing? What is it? Alright. We need a third brain. Let's get kibbles.
This seems to be... I mean, the everything that we did right now has a logical step. Just jump from one to the other. But
Right.
then the next step is broken. That's the same like we did with the teleporter bridge. Try to figure out, but you can see there is no way to...
Get that next step.
Yeah. I mean, even this... It would be so great if that light pit cable or the teleport cable wasn't there.
Alright, free placement brings me down to normal. I mean, snap brings me normal. Alright. Free brings me back to my scale. So snap. Alright. Okay. So I went from free placement to snap placement with an old school adjacency where I hit free and then built. Okay, so I was connected to my snap placement. I don't know if I'm snapped now. It looks like I am. Yeah, I'm crossed over here. There's no gap, but it isn't... it's not connected, though. Alright, so that's not true. But I was able to go from free placement to snap placement in an old school adjacency, like a little beforehand, you know what I mean? So think about that. Maybe something there, you know what I mean? Is there something there that we can do? So where we've got a slight, but although now our adjacency is almost like the same two triggers at the same time, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it's like a button combo, like a dual button combo maybe we're missing. From like free placement to snap placement. You know, or free to, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Because if it holds itself when I drop from free placement to snap placement, right? If it holds its scale there, see where I'm going with this, bigger brain? So it's holding its scale, dropping in and out from free to snap.
So you have I'm just gonna have to put a wire.
So build the byte beat and then just go between free and snap, and then you can go from free to snap and build it. So you can, you know what I mean? So you can go, like in free placement, it goes down to its normal scale, its default, right? But then if you drop it back into free placement, it goes back up to its normal scale. So now I'm thinking even in menu stuff, and it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, does it hold scale like that? The parts won't. And does the regular wire? I mean, when you... So let's see here. So when I copy this, alright, and I drop from... Alright, we're going to build it.
Doesn't change
Free
scale.
placement.
See if I do it from
Snap,
here.
it stays the same.
Which
Okay, now... Alright. I don't know if you all saw that. I was doing my L2 and my triangle in, like, you know, quick All. Mm. That was an amazing thing that just happened in real life. I just opened my window.
Uh-huh.
And I'm on a second floor. And I look over the top of a roof, and there's a mountain off to my left, and there's some trees, and a flock of geese just flew over the top of the roof, and I mean, I could have reached out and grabbed. Wow. What is it, Beeble? What are we missing?
I don't think we're missing anything. I think we are just ending. That's the end of it.
That's the end of it? All right.
I tried now to do what you said here, the snap point. As soon as I do the snap point, it does reduce the size again for me. I mean, you know, free placement. You go to your
well, watch.
part, you go free place it.
Yeah.
And then you go to a snap point, and then you probably place while you're jumping out of free placement. No?
Yeah, I'm like, I jump out of free placement and build, you know, to snap. To try to see if I can, you know, but it's snapping close, but it's not connected, I don't think. The wire could have just been bent and it looked like it wasn't connected, but
yeah,
it might have been connected. I mean, but I thought I hit. Go ahead.
I can do this, and I bring it against my connector like that, and then I go in free placement, and there it's against it. It looks like it's connected, but it's not because yeah.
Okay. It's actually connected to the floor in front of it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, all right. At least we got the one thing so far, and at least for decorative purposes, if you need a thicker wire just for decoration, actually,
this would be better for my puzzle build I did. This is a nicer look,
and it makes a nice force field or jail cell, or you know, I mean, etc., etc., etc. I mean, that's pretty dope looking. I already have ideas for it already. As a matter of fact, I think my moving screens might benefit from this. I will almost guarantee they will. I'm gonna make a broken one, and this will definitely help with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, make it look, you know, like it's fizzing out.
Like there's a static or something.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, speaking of that, so I was hanging out with Pez yesterday, and he saw the screens, and he's like, you know, I haven't really worked with that part. So he created this thing, and he's like, dude, you got to come see this. I think this fits your build perfectly. And I was like, yes, it does. I'm stealing that. He's like, okay, go ahead. So I made I decorated my version of it, but the base of it was. Oh, and I did some new screens. I need more stickers. I got to do some Quicksilver missions. So this trade terminal over here is the one he did.
Ooh, yeah.
Right?
That thing is that glow is nice around it.
Right, and then I did my version, which is down here.
Whee!
And I made this retaining wall. You see this wall here? Do you see the wall?
What?
Do you see the wall here?
Oh yeah, this one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Very cool.
And then I made mine.
Yep. But I cannot reach it anymore.
Yeah, you can.
In the back here. Okay. Yeah.
Actually, no.
Back, but yeah.
Do you see the screen in that right there? And the little screen, the small motion screen.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you stand at that motion screen, like you're using it, and you look to the right.
Yeah.
It shows up.
Let's see if there's anything good in here.
Conflicted Gaming's got to run. Finish polishing.
Tomorrow's vid
TM,
stream.
tomorrow's great stream today. Been a lot of fun. Cheers, all chat for the laughs. Hopefully catch you tonight, Beebs. Take care, Conflicted Gaming. Thanks for hanging out. So yeah, I ended up thinking about smaller versions of the, the motion screen. Like the little ATM.
Like yeah, like an ATM. I was just about to say it. Yeah.
What do you see it written up there in the lights, or is that not showing up for you?
The what?
I have tube lights above it spelling out ATM. Are you not seeing that?
I don't see it. But
Okay.
there's some parts I don't see as well. They don't seem to be rendering it.
Yeah, you're having the same issue.
I see it on your screen. I see it on
Okay. So you're having the same issue that some other people have been having, where not everything's rendering in. Because this should be boxed in. It should be like a support for that.
Oh yeah, I'm even missing the screens underneath here and the buttons.
Oh, so you're missing the screens, the buttons. Are you getting the motion screen at all?
I see this little blue screen with the flags inside.
Okay, so you are
But
getting that.
I don't see anything. I don't see what is underneath.
Okay. So you're missing a good portion of it. Okay. That stuff I recently built. The ATM I built in stream, and the other stuff I built this morning but have not uploaded. Everything else is uploaded.
Yeah, it might be if I fly out and then maybe it shows up again. I don't know. But it could be the people that don't see it. Are they on PC or on all platforms?
All platform.
Okay.
And then somebody couldn't get into the planetarium.
Automatic.
Can you get in?
Yep.
Yep, you're in. Okay, yeah. Somebody couldn't get in yesterday. It was either...
No, I had something very weird yesterday as well. I finished... I don't know if you saw my my flying airships I made.
No, not yet.
I dropped them on Twitter. I still need to make a video, but I was too proud of it to not drop screenshots of it.
Oh, I gotta see this.
Anyway, I went inside and I was blocked. I said, what is blocking me? So I had to delete the part, place it back, and it was okay. It was just one part blocked me. I placed it back the same size and it was okay again. So I'm not sure what went there.
Maybe that happened yesterday. A part was blocking him and he couldn't get in the door.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's like the same issue we had like with the freighters and stuff, where sometimes you cannot get through.
Yep. Thinking about actually bringing that ATM up here at the end of this. I might bring another one
I like
up.
these screens as well, like this. Really cool with the flags like that, because it gives this effect that it's like the emblem is moving.
Yeah. I mean, it really, like at first with these rooms, I was like, oh, the blue wire mesh. And I'm like, all right, let me find a way to use it. Or hide it. And thankfully I was able to. You know what I mean? Oh! I just came up with a great freaking idea on another screen. I see it right now.
This looks very cool with the light in there. Definitely.
Oh, the towers?
These are roof towers, no?
Yes.
4 of them?
4 of them vertical. Yep. And then the nice thing about once you get the box created, and that's all this area is
Yeah.
just boxes stacked on each other. Okay. I was tired of doing circles. I started with a circle, and I'm like, all right, you know, if I start with a circle, I'm going to do something arty, you know. I'm going to want to make a kaleidoscope or something with the new parts, which I will be doing soon. I will be making one. I have to make an egg and a kaleidoscope in every major update. If they and especially now with the building update, I have to change it. So I still have to do that. But
You don't even with you don't even need to do any pillage anymore for your Atlas egg now. You can do it with the wire straight on top.
yeah. Although once you do the first one, it blocks the next one, so you have to do it with pill lights. But
oh yeah, true.
I can delete the pill lights now if I want. And or you know, run wire to wire maybe. But no, because it needs to twist in a certain direction. So, and I love this screen here because of the disappearing, reappearing
emblem.
Yeah. You know, again, another another thing to provide depth and whatnot. Same with this one here. You got a flag going over one of them. This one here, you just do really large. It gives you another, but it also gives you a gigantic collision bubble that you have to deal with. And then, of course, the other trick with these, if you come up here and you look at these screens up here. Oh. You get that weird blurry motion that's, you know, just it's more shape and flow than anything else, you know. But combined with other things, it just provides, again, another neat element to make it look like a screen, a moving screen, something going on a screen. You know,
I love what you did with the mushrooms as well here. It looks like planets.
To make them look like the planets.
Oh, yeah, great idea.
And then also using those other spiky ball things because it has that light. Yeah. And that little bit of flashing light in it, you know, again, it gives it another effect, you know, as part of your screen. You know, giving that whole, you know, city vibe, I guess, if you will. I gotta redo these landing pads. They're too low. And they're not usable at the moment. I need to fix that.
What the...
What the what?
Ah, yeah, the landing pads. Yeah. They are not usable like this?
No, they're a little too, because I shrunk them. So their landing point's a little too low at the moment, so I gotta raise them up a little more.
Yeah, okay.
I was hoping to have just the disc showing like that, but...
Yeah, if you put them just low enough, you can just have the emblem sticking out. It looks marvelous. That's...
Yeah.
But again, if you shrink them, they might change the collision point is different.
Yes. That's the issue I'm having over here.
Yeah.
Is that?
The floors definitely are not that very texture friendly compared with the other floors we had.
Yeah, true.
They have this weird. I mean, it's just a sign of it's perfectly level, but it's just the texture. The computer of the game doesn't know what to render first.
Yeah. It's like, hey, what am I doing? You're freaking me out, man. What time are you streaming?
5 hours.
Oh, in 5 hours? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I was doing some research for another tutorial, and then I saw you were live, said, let's just check what you're doing. And then I saw you playing around with that wire. I was like, hey, if I would do this, then... So yeah, that totally distracted me from my...
And then we got locked. We got stumped. But I still feel that there's another free placement to snap placement kind of motion, you know what I mean? Like an old school, like slightly before, to build motion, an old school motion. Like that dump motion, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know right where I'm going to make another sign. Well, I actually know where I'm going to make two different signs. And I'm going to start messing around with screens in walls like I have on the ATM. Because it's just a lot of finicky placement, I mean, that's organic building to its, almost to its extreme. Because the motion of the flag and the angle the flag is at, and plus if you're trying to hide the post of the flag within what you're doing, plus how things cross over, and all the different motions that creates, depending on what's backing it. Those don't move very well.
No, they're very static now.
Yeah, I mean, they have a little motion, and there's some where, like, if somebody was paying attention to the actual detail, if you use that and you put certain stickers over it, you can kind of see a warble enough where it looks like a screen, but you got to be paying attention.
See, these are the sails. You see how much... Do you see the sails if I play?
Yeah, yep.
That's the movement you have on these sails, so it's not very...
See, it'd be nice if for a little bit more, especially if you're making a boat, well,
you should check my build.
Oh, I'm gonna. I just didn't see it yet. I
built it on Zane's new, how you call it, UAS system.
UAS, I believe.
So I'm just waiting. He wanted to visit, so...
I was thinking about rebuilding this over on Zane's. Or something like it, having all these little eye candy bits for people to see, because nobody's going to see this except for on my stream.
I think there's actually I could bring you there if you want to. Do you have access to it already or not?
I do not. Is it normal or creative?
I think I can get it in creative.
Is there a creative place where people will actually visit? Or should I build it in normal?
It's going to be easier in normal, because I think everybody either build in normal or in permanent, so...
I'm not doing permanent.
I don't think I've seen... Yeah, I don't think I have seen anybody build not in creative yet.
It's just so much easier and quicker. You know what I mean?
I know. Especially if you're building, and I think the stone, for example, needs still silicon powder.
Yeah, and I don't... The mining of resources when I'm moving, when I'm not streaming a build, I'm moving a lot quicker, you know what I mean? Like most of this was built off stream. Some of the tweaking and the parts of, like, look what you have to go through to deal with this. But do it anyway, because that's how you get cool stuff. Use the golden glitch APG.
A golden glitch, but if you have to do this, but every floor and every part you're building, it's pain.
For what? The golden glitch?
Yeah, I mean, if you have, like, I need to build 100 floors, you don't want to wire glitch them first before, and then break them down again to have the materials.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay, I know what you mean. I mean, I probably have a good portion of the materials I need. Let's see, what does it take for stuff? Silicon powder, a lot of it, right? So This stuff is mostly what? Ferrite and glass. Got plenty of that.
Well, ferrite
Stone.
dust is easy now. You just mine the whole moon of here with shooting your ship on the ground.
Yeah. So
But
silicate
ferrite dust,
and
yeah,
ferrite.
silicate powder is the painful one.
Yeah. Well, I suppose you could just go to some dead moon and walk around for a while. And
just press your button in.
Yeah.
Put a rubber band around your front walking and just mine the whole moon.
Every once in a while, like, recharge. So I'm going to break Pez's one down because it's just floating there. And I think he would understand. I would love to be able to also get all plants larger.
All plants?
Yeah, like see how I've got the gigantic gamma root over there?
Uh-huh. You cannot duplicate that or what?
You can duplicate it, but because it's not in the right biome. Although, can you free place? You know, I didn't even try a free placement move with that for an adjacency.
No.
No?
The only thing I could think of is that but the planter is snapping, so it doesn't accept that. You put a planter, and then you take that one, and you bring it in here, it's going to snap.
Right.
But it's going to scale down again, that's the problem.
Right, it is, yeah.
So.
Because it'd be great to be able to, I mean, at least you can, what always sort of bothered me was, and actually this is the other problem, you wouldn't be able to do that either. Even in the correct biome, you'd still need to be able to adjacency through to get to that biome, you know what I mean?
Yes, because you cannot, well, you might be able to jump from the gamma weed to the fungal cluster, but then you're stuck again with the fungal cluster. You cannot go to the frostwort.
Right. So if I'm on a frostwort planet,
fungal cluster, yeah, then you can go to the venom urchin, but that's all you can. You can go back. You could do the gamma. I could do a fungal cluster. No, I cannot. You cannot do an adjacency from a scaled part. I think no.
Right.
The reverse adjacency doesn't work that way. That's the problem.
But yeah, that's what I mean. Like you can't, like if you could free place it, you know, and it would actually free place as opposed to, you know, be biome specific. You know, like the other scaled parts, it doesn't matter. You're just adjacencying over and they keep their scale, right?
Wait a minute, what's happening here?
Uh-oh. See? This is what I like. You gotta talk these things through.
Did you know that you jump to the byte bit cable from the plants instead to the wire?
Say that again?
Oh no.
Did we just figure something out? Because
we're work like that. Okay. Alright.
We might be able to get from one to another.
Okay. Can I do this from here? So if I go from here and I do the where are you? There you go. Okay. So if I go from here from the flora containment unit.
Where are you? Where are you? Where are you?
I'm right next to us.
Stop moving!
I just moved next.
I see that.
Where are we standing?
Okay.
So, if you know, if you do the reverse wire glitch from this one, but instead of doing the reverse wire glitch, you're doing what you're doing for the reverse adjacency. Okay? If I do the reverse adjacency, and I need to be quick for this. Come on.
Oh.
I know it worked. There, I went to the byte bit cable.
Is it enlarged?
I don't know. I still need to check if I can do that like that.
To free place and then, okay. So what are you doing? You're scaling up.
No, it's the same size. It's small. Okay. Okay. It doesn't work like that. I'm not sure where
You can't reverse.
Okay, so I'm not sure if you noticed this, but the building parts, if I reverse wire glitch from anything, reverse adjacent glitch from, for example, the flora containment, the livestock unit, the
Okay, how do you do the reverse again? For those of you in chat who also don't know.
You go to the parts you want to place with the how do I explain this? Let me go to a paver. That's going to be easier to explain. So I want to place the large wedge. Instead of the paver, I'm going to snap on the outside here. Okay, so if I have the paver here, it doesn't snap, it seems now. Okay, there it snaps. So I have the paver. I want to reverse adjacency from the paver to the wedge.
Okay.
So you select the wedge, and then you press triangle and L2 at the same time. It should switch over to the paver.
Okay.
Yeah. Now you bring the paver to the outside, and now you do just a wire glitch, a reverse wire glitch. That's triangle and place.
Oh.
So that's a kind of a adjacency to the left, but there's a few steps in between.
Right. So if I want, all right, just hypotheticals here. So I bring up the part I want. Then I go back into the menu.
No. So you have to select the part that you want to have as result first.
Right. Yeah.
Then you do that reverse. You press the triangle and L2 at the same time. It should switch to the part before it, in front of it. And now if you do the reverse wire glitch, it's going to place it back at the position the other part.
Oh, okay, I got you. Okay, so, all right, so
what you're kind of doing is you put that part in your wire menu. That's what's happening.
Gotcha.
It's a weird little trick, but it's very fun.
All right, I want this over here. Wait a minute. So, can I move that? So you want the part you want first.
Uh-huh.
And then you go. All right, bring out the part you want first. I'm not building it, right? I'm just green staining.
No.
Right.
Then you press L2 and triangle at the same time. That should give you the part that was in front of that part.
Oh, okay. All right. So it's just bringing that part back into play. The one next. That's,
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And now you can do the reverse wire glitch, which is going to place that part that you had before on that spot. So
on the spot. Okay.
Yeah.
Because it just brings it up in the same spot that you started. Okay. So
I can do the same with a small floor. I can say I go to the large floor first, put that large floor against it, then I press, I don't need this, I just have to have a large floor, and then I do that reverse adjacency, so I press L2 and triangle. That's going to give me a small triangle here now.
Yeah.
And now if I do that reverse wire glitch technique, it's going to place that floor now in that position and overlapping.
Gotcha, yep. Yeah, see, there's more things to figure out. I know there is. Because all these combos, it's just that question of thinking of sequence. You know, if I'm doing this and this happens when I do this, then this should happen if I do that. You know what I mean? Granted, we have gotten stumped. So that's just okay. So that's just going backwards in your menu. Okay.
There's, I'm sure there's going to be another 58 glitches discovered in the next few weeks.
Yeah, exactly. That's. But again, this is
It's fun.
why these R&D, multiple people talking about things, and that's what's so great about the building community is that that exact thing. It's people. It's like, oh, yes, that makes sense. Why am I not doing it like that?
Excuse me.
So I am waiting for this new patch in order to not have my teleporter cables cutting through my build. So I have an answer for my friend A-Pictor now on the trade terminal. We were trying to figure out something Neary had done, and that's so great. Okay, that makes sense. Didn't realize that the wall, with all these neat little changes with the walls, you can either have just the button or, the framing as a standalone, which was nice.
Yeah, the galactic terminal. Yeah,
Yeah, that was a nice addition.
they added that I think 2 updates ago or something. It's the same one from the archive.
Yeah. Well, heck, all you got to do to build is all 3 buttons at the same time to go back. So you do your L2 triangle and build. Oh, that's the wire. So hold on that one. Let's do this here. Yeah. And I just built it on the same spot, so I didn't have to worry about going back to wire and everything. So from here... Oh no, that was a adjacency build. Alright. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. There it is. Or is that an adjacency again? That's an adjacency. Doesn't snap. Yeah, I don't want to do that because I bet that goes in there.
At least they fixed also now that we can see the parts and we don't have these beams shining in the sky.
Yeah. Even if they are oblong. When you're in multiplayer.
That was when it was the first time when I said, "Why is your planetarium looking so oval when you place it?"
Yeah, that's a weird combo, but it does work. Hmm. Alright, we should probably do something, huh? Standing around here, doing a whole lot of nothing.
A whole lot of nothing.
Get rid of that. I'm thinking maybe build a little... Yeah, that's really close to that one. But we can change it up a little bit. Maybe we'll build one. As you're coming in over here, I'll do some sort of landing pad out there. I can also put it next to that kiosk over here. I gotta make some little kiosks as well. Like these here, not just have screens in them. I just was going nuts with screens. There's a beetle in a screen. It's a beetle screen.
It's an action pack.
Can you back up just a little bit more, or are you? Is it far?
No, I can't.
Too bad. Can you turn to the right a little bit or the left, either way? I just want to see if we can get you full screen behind it. No, you can't. Yeah.
If I look away, maybe.
That's what I was thinking. Like just angle the body just a hair. That would be great. At least for a video too, you know. Could do some sort of newscast. Could make a TV screen out of it and have a...
I think
You could maybe get in the one over here. Hold on, come on over here. Can you get in one of these?
That's the true essence of beeps.
Yeah. You might be able to get in this middle one.
It's going to be too narrow.
Oh, too narrow?
Yeah.
Alright.
I think if I have like a door over here or something in the back, it might be, but...
What if I remove, hold on, if I remove this? Try that.
Nope.
No.
It's just... Because the hitbox is the same for the large or small... Nope.
Gotcha. Alright. That would have been great. Tonight on Hive News. Alright, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? I don't know. What are you thinking? You got any ideas? Well, I think, what time of it? Yeah, we should probably get going anyway. I've been streaming forever this morning. I've been streaming a lot. Just trying to get in some stream time before I start my new schedule. Because
is it more days working?
Yeah, it's going to be basically mornings, Wednesday through Saturday. So I'm going to have Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday off, which means I've really only got Saturdays after like 7 or 8 p.m. my time, which I'll probably do an 8 on Saturday, and then I'll do like a Saturday, Sunday, because I can't, oh, hold on. Yeah, I could do a Saturday night, and then maybe a Monday. Well, you stream Mondays. What time do you stream on Monday? Who streams Mondays?
2 o'clock, I think, in the afternoon. That's 8 in the morning for you.
That's 8 in the morning. Yeah, so I could do a Monday. I could probably do a Monday stream again.
Saturday, 8 o'clock, you said. That's 2 at night. That means actually that you're almost starting to stream after I'm finishing Saturday.
Yeah, I don't know if somebody else already does that, so... Oh.
No, I don't think anybody is streaming on a Saturday. At least nobody with a schedule.
Okay, so yeah, I could probably do something like that, you know. But I figured there's probably going to be a week or so where or two where I might not be streaming just due to work and, you know, acclimating to the new job. So I will have to, you know, stuff. Well, I think I have probably burned up enough of everybody's time. Oh, Metals. Anord, welcome.
I'm gonna do some more research before.
I didn't see it. Before what? You want to do more research?
Before
We can do that.
Live. No, I need to do research for the tutorial about.
Oh yeah, that's something you're doing.
It's not build. Well, it's not really building. It's more like activated indium form.
Gotcha. Well, I want to thank everybody again for hanging out. You never know, I might get bored tonight. Jump on just for a little chilling and building. You know, I'll probably work on. I got some real life stuff I got to do for my new job. Actually, I got to do some online stuff. But later on, I might do. You know what? No, I'm not going to come back later. I'm going to work on my build, and actually get some stuff done. And I forgot Sunday, which is my last day at the bodega. That'll be a good night for me to stream my normal Sunday night time. I was just thinking if I streamed earlier today, people might actually view, but Sunday nights is 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the United States. So I'll be doing my usual Sunday after work, which will be my last night at the bodega. And then I have a few days off before I start my new gig. So I'll definitely be doing some streaming before then. So the next time I see y'all in stream will be Sunday. I want to thank Beeble for showing up today, and we got at least the Byte Beat cable scaled up. But I think some more work and some more research, some other stuff will happen as well. We'll see. Maybe Beeble and I will have a chance to do an R&D stream again together at some point. I know we were going to do one last week, but my PlayStation had crapped out, and it didn't happen. So we will try again hopefully soon and do that at some point. So until next time, this has been me, APG, and Beeble, who dropped in. Awesome listening.
Goodbye.
Wishing all of you out there in the No Man's Skyverse a little bit of love, peace, and starship grease. Get those action pants on. Get them charged up. Get out there, start building some crazy, wacky stuff. We'll see you soon. Take care, everybody.